Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we'll be discussing about Azure Application Insight. Azure Application Insight, it's application performance monitoring system that let you monitor your application performance, track any application failure or exceptions, understand your application usage. It also provides a way to monitor your live metrics. It has a smart detection feature wherein you can detect your anomalies and get notified. It also supports the distributed tracing. So how do we use the application insight? It's pretty straightforward. When you create the application insight, all you need to do is that you need to use your application instrumentation key or a connection string. What is the benefit of using the application insight? As said, it let you understand your application performance as well as how does the application it's being used by the end users, and how do we improve the quality of your application. So all those insights you will get out of these application insights. Those cases, so you can use with your web application, microservices, mobile applications. Pricing wise, it's built for the data that you put into the system. For this particular demo, I have uh, three different applications. First, I have a inventory system, and I have an order system, and I do have a front end. Product service as well as the order service application make use of a SQL database. So as you see here, I do have two different tables in which I have some of the data populated. So it's pretty straightforward. It's a pretty simple microservice. So you can make a call. It is going to give you the inventory. So if you see here, item ID one, the product, its laptop, price, and number of stocks available. Another endpoint where like you can see. So here, what you are saying is that there is a product with ID one, and I need to place an order for 10 quantity. Do you have it? So if you have it, it is going to tell you it has that. Likewise, you can also introduce a new product, right? So now let's go into the next application, order management system. It has couple of endpoints also. So this first endpoint, it doesn't do anything. Basically, it just returns the static data. The reason is that we wanted to see like different endpoints uh, with the different performance, right? So this is going to be pretty straightforward and pretty quick compared to the other endpoints. The other endpoints are connected with the database. So when you fire an endpoint, then it has to go to the database and get the data and do the processing. This particular endpoint doesn't do anything. So now it our next endpoint, it just returns the first 10 orders that we have, and there are multiple endpoints. So this one, it's kind of a uses the pagination to return the data, and you can also get a specific order information, and you can update the like if at all you wanted to update some of these information, you can do so. About creating a new order here, so we can also create a new order here, and then we can delete the existing order here. So we can delete the existing order, and when you try to get this, it is going to say like there is no item found here, right? So all these endpoints are working. So maybe like if I try to delete it again, then it will say like order 3 it's not found. Go to the front end. In this case, I'm not going to use any of the regular frameworks like Angular or React. Rather, it's all going to be a plain HTML page from where like we will be interacting with this particular application. So if I go here, it just calls the backend system to get this information. So it is the same, like basically it calls the API to get this information, right? So purposefully I'm throwing some error so that we can see like how exactly we can track this information. So in case any error happens, what exactly we see in the application inside and how does it help us. So in between, what I want to do is that uh, we cannot keep on clicking this. So I will be running a script behind the scenes to make multiple calls in between, like we can discuss on this. So let me run here. So it is going to keep on making a call. So in between, like let me click these couple of times so that we will be getting the load from the browser as well. Now I think we are good. So it is running again. So now let's check the application insights here. So let me do a refresh for both the applications. So now let's see first the product service, because it is very straightforward. As you see here, like there is one particular instance running and it is making a call to the SQL database. So as you see here, like there are under the investigation section, you have quite a few options here. The first one is the application map. So that will tell you like what is your application and what are all its dependencies. So this is particular dependency. So if you see here, if you click here, you will see like how many endpoints are being called, and how much time it takes to interact with the SQL database. So you can click here to investigate the application performance. So that will show you, hey, like these are all these two endpoints are being used. So for instance, if I go here, then if you drill down, you can see uh, you can see this information, right? uh, so basically, like this is the endpoint that we are calling, making a call, right? And then like it is going to make a call to the SQL and get this information. So overall execution, it's a 79 milliseconds, out of which 15 milliseconds it's taken by the SQL server. So another 30 milliseconds it's taken by the application for various processing. Go to the order service here. If you click here, you will see all the calls are being made. So let's forget about this error. We will come back and discuss. Now let's focus on the performance. So if you click here, you will see all the calls here. So as you see here, get order takes 80 close to 86 milliseconds, and create order takes about 82 milliseconds. So let's dive into this. Let's see like why does it takes 82 seconds. So if you click here, it will show you all the samples here. So let's pick up one of that. So create order, make a call to the inventory system to make sure like the particular product is in stock. So that again making a call to the SQL database, as we discussed a little early. It takes about what, like 30 milliseconds. And then like once the availability is there, then it is making a call to the SQL service. So that takes about another 38 milliseconds. So in total it is taking close to 70 milliseconds. So you can find these like like what are all the dependencies it has and how long each dependency takes. If there is a bottleneck, you can easily find it here and you can work on that. So now let's close that. So now let's see, now let's focus on the error here. So as you see here, there is one particular error here. So you can click on that one. So delete order has some issues. So now let's see like what is that issue about. If you go here, it says 404, which means that whatever the item it is trying to delete doesn't exist. So now if you just go here, it shows that it is trying to make a call to the SQL server. It is making a call to the SQL server, but it is failing here. So it says 404. So that particular item not found. What you can do is that in this case, you can click on this particular uh, show what happened before and after this particular request to see the user flow. So now you can see this information here. Now let me see if I can maximize this. So as you see here, operation started, delete operation it's called. It is making a call to the SQL server. The operation failed because the data it's not there, right? And the operation ended. So you can get these kind of insight. So smart detection, I said like this basically like a ML based system that automatically gather the application usage, and if it sees any anomalies, then you can set it that way. You will get a email notification. You just need to click on this settings here, where like you will see the rules. You can click here and set up a alert so that you will get a notification. And live metrics, right now I don't think we will have any information here, so let me run this one again. As this is running, in a moment you will see this. So as you see here, like there are a number of incoming requests as well as there are errors here. So you can see like what is failing here. As we discussed, like the delete order, it's failing because like that particular order, it's no longer exists. We are trying to delete the same order again and again. So all this information you can see, like what is the incoming request, CPU usage, exception rate, all those information you can see it here. Then transaction search, let's say like you wanted to see like all the SQL errors, so you can just type SQL here and it will pull up all this information. Again, you can drill down, right? Availability, so basically like let's say like you have a microservice and you wanted to make sure that this microservice it's available, so you can create a standard test here. So let's say this particular microservice has a health endpoint, so you can say this is for instance this is order service. Then you can say your url here, some xx slash health, right? So every 5 minutes it needs to run for these from these many locations. So if you just wanted to run it from a single location, you can select on that particular location alone, then you can run it. So basically like it will ensure that your application it's up and run. And failures, it's where you can see all the failures. So say like this delete order it's failed here, we know what is that issue, but you can click here, get the samples, so that will show you like what exactly going on here. So here, as you see here, there are two tabs that you see, server and browser. So browser, it's what we have used here, right? So whenever you access the application or whenever you make a call from a browser, it's considered as a browser request. So if you just go here, the like whenever we make a call to the APIs from a console, that is considered as a server to server call. So you can click on this browser, you will see what is failed here. So the delete operation, it's definitely failed here. So as you see here, so you can click on this sample here, so it will show you like what exactly happened. So as you see here, this delete operation, it's failed here. And performance, you can find it here as we discussed in the other page, here where like you will see all the endpoints and it's the various performance. So you can drill down here. For instance, for this particular get order, you click on samples, then it will show you how many calls are made, what are the dependencies are called, and all those information you can get it. And here you can see various user information. Let's assume that you are having a user from different locations, so you can find all those information here. And current sessions, like or like in the past how many sessions are created, and all those information you can find it here. So this particular application insight, it's a very helpful tool, especially to identify the application performance. And if at all you run into any issues, it is very easy for you to identify where exactly the issue is happening. That's all I have for this video. Thank you for watching.